and today is Friday. I'm supposed to be out working, but today the sun came out so early, so I won't be able to do my normal Friday work. So, but I want to use that time to maybe explain some things again. And what I will talk about today will be about contracts and things you should look out for when it comes to contract. I want to repeat this video again because I know I've done something like this. I've done something of this nature about contracts in my channel. I think I have a video about it before you sign any contract. Things you should check out, things you should look for to avoid landing yourself in some issues or getting yourself contract that when you come here, you'll be having so many problems. And what prompted me to do this is because I came across a case where someone was deceived to come into Saudi Arabia, and the person that, or the agent, the person that served as an agent, he did not explain some things to the person, and the guy came into Saudi Arabia and discovered that some of the things they told him to claim and sign was really not what he's supposed to claim and sign it, and it has resulted for him to be facing a lot of problem currently. And the organization that employed him discovered that what he claimed to be was not actually what he is, and they are now asking that he should refund all the money that they used, all the money they used in preparing for his visa, the flight ticket, and all those things. And the guy has been struggling to pay back, of which I think he has paid the company all the money, but they refused, as of today, they refused to let him go because it's not easy. It's a case of impersonation, but it's not the problem of the guy, it's the problem of someone that gave out that contract. And sometimes people outside Saudi Arabia, due to maybe the circumstances at home, we are so eager to rush into and accept so many things, and currently it's affecting both the average pay. Every year, instead of salaries to be going up, you see people coming in with such a low salary, something that does not really make sense. Okay, things are getting worse. Instead of salaries to be going up, salaries are coming down because a lot of people are showing eagerness. A lot of people are trying to push and come into here, accepting things that they should not even think about accepting. So I want to list out some things you should negotiate when you want to come into the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And never claim to be what you are not. Okay, never claim to be what you are not. Okay, if the job requires someone that maybe knows how to speak Arabic, and you are asked to claim that you can speak Arabic, do not claim what you cannot do, because definitely if a job needs an Arabic speaking person, know that in that particular establishment or organization, they must need you to speak Arabic. So you can't claim that just to come in, and when you are in, you won't be able to speak the language. It's a pain to the company, and they might not take it lightly. So never you claim to be what you are not when you are accepting any contract. Let the contract be specific to what you are and what you can do. Okay, so anything that is beyond what you know that you can do, do not accept that. All right. So I think I will list about 10 things you should look out for before accepting contracts in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. First, the contract should not just be verbal. Yeah, you accept verbally, but at the end of the day, they should write out the contract. Make sure that even if you are working with someone you know, someone, a colleague, or make sure that you request for written the written notes, the written contract. They should send you a PDF of that contract. You need to read. Sometimes, most times, it comes in Arabic, so you have to use Google Translate. Translate everything there. If it's not the type that comes both in English and Arabic, translate everything you are seeing there. Read it line by line. Check for any unusual clauses. Okay. For instance, one of my friend, when he got a contract, a first contract he got, luckily for him, he has people like me here. So he sent me the contract and to one of other of my friend here. We scanned through the contract. We saw a lot of red flags. And by then he has committed some money to the agents. We told him, no, you cannot go for this contract. Rather, we need to find a way to get that money back because this is not what it's supposed to be. First, if you come here without contract, the salary, everything about the salary is just ambiguous. We are not looking at the bonuses and all those add-ons. We don't look at that. What we look at is the basic salary. What is in that basic? Is it the average? Is it the normal thing you're supposed to earn? If it's normal, all those other add-ons, if it comes, good. If you didn't see it, good. So the basic must be okay. So we looked at all those, the written part, because initially they wanted the whole thing to be verbal. So when he contacted me, I insisted that he must get part of that contract so that we review it. Okay. And at the end of the day, when he insisted and they sent him part of the contract, we now saw a lot of red flags and we said, no, he cannot continue. And he did not continue with that contract. He rejected it. And at the end of the day, today he's happy because he would have landed himself in a big problem because initially he did not understand what we were trying to tell him because the condition he was back home was not really okay for him, but he just wanted to go out. He just wanted to leave the country and start a new life somewhere else. But when you are leaving a country and trying to start a new life, make sure you are not leaving to enter into a place that you feel that you're a slave or you feel depressed. One of the worst things that will happen to you here is that you are back here, you left your country, you came into Saudi Arabia, and inside here, you are feeling depressed. No one will have your time to start motivating you. When you are feeling depressed, you are just on your own. You have to bear your cross on your own because of how the settings is. Everybody is busy. Everybody is trying to sort things out in their own life. Here is mainly quiet and you are just on your own. You go to work, you come back, you go to work, you come back. You might not have that physical support you need. Okay, when you need emotional support also, people might not even have that much time to support you emotionally. So you must be careful before making that final decision. So first, you need to demand that you must see your letter, your employment letter, your contract letter. You must see it. And when you see it, contact people already here. ask them questions, not just that your agent. Most of the agents, they will praise the contract, they will tell you a lot of things. I saw one of my subscribers here sent me a contract someday. I think a nurse, she sent me a contract. She was trying to go to Qatar. So when she sent me that contract, the agent keep praising the contract and keep saying that she can accept it, and in the next 6 months she can leave the contract. They will tell you a lot of things that will impress you, that will make you just to accept it, not knowing that when you accept a contract and you enter into that contract and into that country, that contract is bounding. You cannot go against what you've signed. If you have to go against it, you will pay heavily for that. So let them not just deceive you that you can accept any form of thing, any unreasonable contracts with the aim that when you come into this place within 6 months you can find another place. It doesn't work like that. Every contract here works with time. Is either yearly or 2 to 3 years, depending on how they specify, but they must specify the timeline. So sometimes 1 year, 2 years, some 3 years. But 3 years to me is long. So maximum, some we say 2 years. So after that 2 years, that will be the time you will have legally. After that first year, that's when you are legally accepted to leave without penalty. Okay, because you must complete at least that your first year before talking about leaving or anything. So you can't just come 6 months to your work. You are trying to look for another job. You want to leave your employer, someone that sponsored you into the country. It's a no. You can't even. It's dead on arrival. So you just complicate everything yourself. So anybody that is giving you contract that does not make sense, and at the end of the day, he's telling you that after 6 months, just go in. After 6 months, you will move to another. That is a big lie. It doesn't work. So don't accept anything that it is not good, but you just want to come in that you can switch. The switching does not work. Take it from me, you cannot switch that easily. Okay, if it requires switching to another place, do not accept it. So accept what you can stay comfortably with. Okay, it should not require you, I want to come in first. If you come in first, you might be depressed. So make sure you accept right from the start that everything is aligning. Okay, it is what you want. So before proceeding, make sure, or before paying the anybody that is helping you, the agent or anything, before you pay them completely, because most of them will charge you. Before you pay them completely for the contract, make sure you see your contract paper. Make sure you review it with other people, okay, before you are paying. So don't just go and dump your money with someone and they can do anything they want to do. Some people, they do not have conscience. Okay, I know a lot of people coming to me. They want job, they want contracts. I have not given anybody, because before I accept anything, I'll first of all scrutinize. I'll first of all review the whole thing. If it does not make sense, the contract will not pass me. Talk more of giving it to another person to see if the person will like it. So that's why most times I avoid most of those things. If it does not make sense, it does not make sense. So it cannot pass through me. But most people, because of the money they want to get, can proceed to giving it out just to get money from the person. So make sure, that is my first point. Make sure that you have your contract, you read it before you start committing more and more into it. All right. The second part is after you've seen your contract. Okay. So the second point is the salary breakdown. The salary breakdown. Okay. So, um, what do I mean by a salary breakdown? I made mention of it a little while. I said in all the payments, in all the things that comes with salaries, some will bring in a lot of bonuses, some will bring in so many things just to entice you, just to inflate the salary, just to make it seem that you have a lot of places to earn, you have a lot of money coming in, you'll be earning so much. Don't look at all those things. When you get your contract and you are trying to look at your salary, look at the basic. What 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 is the basic salary they mention in that contract? That should be your foundation. Every other thing is jargons. So when you are looking at your salary, you are seeing basic salary 2,000 real, but at the end of the month they are putting all the bonuses, and all those bonuses will push it to 10,000 Saudi real. Those are traps. Don't go for it. So what you should do, if they want to pay you 10,000 real, let it be 10,000. Let them not put basic 2,000 and they will use bonuses to push it to 10,000. It is a trap. So that basic is what is important when it comes to your salary. So anything above that, anything insidious, anything that is not clear, do not fall for it. So when you are looking at your salary part of the contract, let it be that basic. What is your basic salary? So that is the main point, your basic salary, because that is what they are obligated to pay you. Every other one, they can decide when you are inside here, they can decide not to pay that. And if you have to revote, what they will do is just to ask you not to do those things again. Okay, if it's maybe sometimes if you work weekends like Fridays, there will be add-ons. If you work extra time, there might be add-ons. But if you have to revote because you are not getting that, they might ask you to stop working weekends and stop working extra hours. The only thing they are now obliged to be paying you will be the basic. And by then, they've tricked you into accepting a very low salary. So your basic must maintain the acceptable average. Okay? So that's the thing. That's my second point. Saud 3456. How are you? Peace be unto you. How are you doing? Okay, let's move on because I will be stopping this video once it's 30 minutes, so that people will be able to follow and watch it. I am not actually doing live. I am creating a video, but I want to create it live. Okay, so that I don't have strength to edit, so I want to create it live so that people can watch and you will see it live. If I make mistakes, you will see it. So I don't have time for edit. I want to create it so that people can watch and learn. Okay, the next thing after you've seen your contract letter, you've checked your basic salary, you need to check about your work permit and visa and how it works. Okay, so you will know the part that the company should take and the part you should go for. Okay, most times the work permit, the company usually take part charge of it until it gets to you. The part you will do is the part you have to do in your own country, the biometrics and all those things. That's what, and medicals, that's your own part. You are not paying for their own part. They will get the work permit for you, but you have to now do the biometrics and the medicals. That's the part you will do, and that's the part you will pay for. So nobody should charge you, nobody should take money from you because they want to get you the work visa. No, the work visa comes from the company. They need to make the payment here and send you the visa document. Then you complete the other parts of the visa process in your home country. Then inside that same contract, you need to look at accommodation terms. You must be very clear. It must be very clear and well specified that they will provide you an accommodation, and you need to ask what type of accommodation. But sometimes, just if you read what they wrote there, then I think the basic thing is that they are providing accommodation. But knowing the type of accommodation they will provide would make sense also, because you should not come and be in a shared accommodation with someone you do not know. So as a professional, you need to know the type of accommodation they are providing. Okay, especially for male. Most times females might not have much choice because their own accommodation is usually within the hospital settings, and sometimes you will be in your room, but they share maybe kitchen and some other things. But for those that work with private organizations, you need to know the type of accommodation they are providing. Okay. Now, the next thing you should look at inside that same contract is medical insurance, and they must specify that they are the ones to cover your medical insurance because they need to be the ones paying for that. Okay. And also the work permit. So make sure they specify that everything that has to do with your work permit, that's your ICAMA, also your resident permit, work permit, insurance, that clearly they are the ones to pay for it. They are the ones to take charge of it. Okay. Because that was what we saw in that contract I told you about my friend's own. They listed all those things, but at the last line they put a clause that when that my friend comes in, that he will be in charge of every government fees. They slotted it in at the last line, and for a new person, someone that has not been here, someone that has not known the intricacies or the ways that they try to trick people, you might not see that line that you are in charge of paying every government fee. So when you come in here every month, they will deduct every time you want to renew your ICAMA, they will deduct the money and use your own money to pay for that. Medical insurance, they will deduct the money from you, and it does not really make sense. Okay, so these are the things they are obligated to be paying. But sometimes some of these organizations, especially private ones, they want to see how they can navigate and start getting that thing from you, and it's what they want to is what they're supposed to be paying for. So they always want maximum gain. So if they can extract everything from you, they will extract it from you. You just be working like donkey for them. So you need to be very careful before you make that move. So make sure that all those government fees is on them, and they have to specify it. Medical insurance, ICAMA, your license renewal should be on them. Okay. All right. And another thing you should try to know is your job location. From the contract letter, you should know where the job is. They must need to mention the name of the city you are going to. So why is it important? From the name of the city, you can type the name of the city on your phone, start researching about the city. You need to know one or two things about the city. And it's also important to know how you can get to that city, okay? Because it's not fair that you are going to a new country, you don't know anything about where you are going to. You don't even know the particular airport you will land in that country and how you move from that airport to the particular city you are going to. So you need to know one or two things about where you are going to, so that when you land, if you don't even know anything, if you can't speak, at least you can tell someone in that airport that this is the particular city you are supposed to be going to in that particular country. So you need to know the location of your workplace and the city you are supposed to go to. Very important. This is number 7. Now, I think I've mentioned number 4, accommodation. Number 5, medical insurance. Make sure they pay for it. Number 6, ICAMA or work permit. You make sure that they are in charge of it. Now, number 7 is job location. You must make sure you know your job location. If you are going to any new country under work permit, you must make sure that you know the particular city you are supposed to go to. It is supposed to be on your contract letter. So let's go to number 8. Number 8 is also what you still need to look out for in that same contract is your company's regulation, the type of company they are. Are they private company or are they government company? How big they are? How many people works with them? Sometimes you might not be able to get this particular info, but a little research questions can give you an idea of the type of company they are. If they are government, if it's a government company, with a search, if you search, you will know. But if it's a private organization, you will also know when you search for them. Okay, the 9th thing you should know within this contract of a thing is your recruitment charges. And this recruitment charges does not really come from the organization. Most times it comes from the person you are negotiating with, because sometimes these companies or this organization, they don't really negotiate straight with you. It's just very few that might want to see you and talk with you, or want to talk with you directly. Okay, most of them will just refer you back to just be talking with that particular agent or person that they know. So you must make sure when that person tells you the price of what you will pay him for him to connect you, make sure that that price is not exorbitant, that they are not, how will I put it? They are not just trying to swindle you. They are not trying to milk you. Okay, so make sure that the money they are calling is reasonable. Ask questions. Try and get one or two other persons and ask them, look at the contract I have, see the money, see how much the basic salary is, and this is what the agent is charging. So those people will be able to give you an idea of what is good and what is bad. Like I do say in most of my videos when I'm talking about these agents people, most times those that charge more are those that are giving you stupid and unnecessary kind of contract that does not make sense. Those are even the ones that charge more. You see them charging you exorbitantly to give you contract that when you come here, it will not make sense. Okay, so make sure that you also ask questions about those charges. One or two persons might be able to help you and tell you how it's supposed to be. So with that, you'll be able to know whether you should continue or whether you should keep negotiating to bring the money back. So make sure you know about your recruitment charges and make sure it is not something more than what it's supposed to be. All right. Then The last thing, or one of the last things you should check out for in your contract would be the end of year benefits. Okay, this end of year benefits will come also with, I want to merge it with, you need to also look at the duration of your contract. Okay, so that duration of your contract will also come with the end of year benefits. Okay, so you must know how long this contract will last. Is it a yearly contract? Is it 2 years or 3 years? Okay, so if it's yearly contract, good. If it's 2 years, good. 3 years to me is kind of long because personally, I won't like 3 years contract. It's it is so long. Within your first year, if contract is good, yeah, it is always good to be on yearly or maximum of 2 years, so that if you are there and you find yourself in a situation where you don't really love the vibe in that country, in that particular company, you don't really like how things are going, it will give you a short time to stay there before you move on. But if you are in a longer kind of contract, and unfortunately you landed yourself in a situation where you don't really like how the whole flow works, you are not getting yourself in that particular company or organization, you will not have choice than to stay that long before making moves. So, but if it's shorter, you can make your moves early at the end of the contract. So, when you are looking at that duration also, you should make sure that in that your contract, they specified how your vacations would be. Most of the contracts supposed to have that your vacation every year, you need to go back to your country to see your family. That's your vacation, but you have the right to choose where you want to spend that your time. But the airfare, that's to and flow, the airfare, the flight fare for that, they should cover, they need to cover it, and they must pay you for that month, because that vacation is usually 21 days or roughly 1 month. They are supposed to pay you that month, that vacation salary. They will pay you for your vacation and also pay for the flight ticket to and flow. So most of the organizations, some organizations are notorious when it comes to uh, finding a way not to pay people or pay their workers when they are going for that vacation. They will make you to pay for it, and they will tell you when you come back, then they will refund those money. Those are tricks, and sometimes it's fear of you not coming back, or fear of maybe you might decide not to come to them again, so they will use that to hold you back. So you want to get your money back, so when you go, you come back. If you did not come back, it will be their own benefit, because they did not spend money they're supposed to have spent. So most times it's very okay that they give you your money. They will pay you your salary complete, pay you extra 1 month salary, and also book your flights for you. Okay, any money you spend on that your vacation, they should refund you before you leave, before you travel. So that's how it works, and it must be specified in your contract that this money, your vacation, will be covered every end of the year. So it's usually there. So if it's not there, you need to request for it, that they should put it, or you need to ask question, why is this not here? Why are they not talking about your vacation? Why are they not talking about your accommodation? Why are they not talking about your ikama, your insurance? So any of these things I listed, if they give you contract and you did not see them there, ask questions, why are these things not here? Okay. Now, when it comes to salary, when you look at your basic salary, ask questions and know what the average is. So if the basic is far below average and they are putting a lot of add-ons to boost it up, Okay, okay, let's say that's your profession. The average salary is supposed to be 6,000 Saudi Riyal, and this your company is paying you the average, the basic salary of 3,000, but because of the add-ons and the bonuses they add, they patch into the basic, you are still seeing 6,000. So you would think that you are in the right place, that your salary is also 6,000. No, it is not 6,000. Your salary is 3,000. So make sure that when you see that basic, you ask questions. Ask questions, and also make sure that they explain all those bonuses, and they explain the basic, why the basic is low. But if the basic is extremely low, please renegotiate. Don't accept such. Make sure that you ask good questions before you accept. Okay, I hope and I know that you've learned something. And this video, I created it for learning purposes, to explain some things. It's not my actual life video. So I thank everyone here. Some people are watching me. Sorry I wasn't able to respond to you because I was trying to explain some things. All right, see you soon. And everyone watching this video, even if I post it after this live, make sure you listen carefully, note down these things I'm saying. It will help you. It will help you if you are really working towards coming to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. This information, this guide will help you when you get your contract. All right. See you next time. I am still Emmanuel Rich. Bye-bye.